precision like they're on their own. Lap after lap, pushing on. Victory's chase never gone. Commentary sharp and clear. Feel the rush in every gear. Fans are cheering from lands near. Kev brings the race into here. Keep it clean, keep it green. Let's go racing, boys. Feel the rush, hear the noise. Kevcar TV, tune in and see the best action you just can't beat. Corner taken with finesse. Seconds counting the success. Our racing world got no less. Kev calls, he is the best. Big wrecks on the track, flashing cars so fast. Fighting hard, won't look back, making moments last. Keep it clean, keep it green. Let's go racing, boys. Feel the rush, hear the noise. Kevcar TV, tune in and see the best action you just can't beat. Boogie, 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 let's go racing. Feel speed, adrenaline chasing. Pedal down, ain't no pacing. Boogie, boogie, rock and roll nation. Keep it clean, keep it green. Let's go racing, boys. Feel the rush, hear the noise. Kevcar TV, tune in and see the best action you just can't beat. Boogity, 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 let's go racing. Feel the speed of adrenaline chasing. Pedal down, ain't no pacing. Boogity, boogity, rock and roll nation. Boogity, 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 let's go racing, boys. Feel the rush, hear the noise. Kevcar TV, tune in and see the best action you just can't beat. Boogity, boogity, let's go racing. Feel the speed, adrenaline chasing. Pedal down, ain't no pacing. Boogity, boogity, rock and roll nation. Keep it clean, keep it green. Let's go racing, boys. Feel the rush, hear the noise. Kevcar TV, tune in and see the best action you just can't beat. Boogity, 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 let's go racing. Feel the speed, adrenaline chasing. Pedal down, ain't no pacing. Boogity, boogity, rock and roll nation. Boogity, 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 let's go racing. Drivers in the cockpit zone. Precision like they're on their own. Lap after lap, pushing on. Victory's chase never gone. Commentary sharp and clear. Feel the rush in every gear. Fans are cheering from lands near. Kev brings the race into here. Keep it clean, keep it green. Let's go racing, boys. Feel the rush, hear the noise.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Here we are. We're live have week one of the championship chase here at the Birdhouse Xfinity Open League Season 2. It's me, it's Kevin Hazelwood. You're live here with Kev Calls TV. This is the Birdhouse Xfinity Open League Season 2, and by golly gee willikers, it is gonna be a fun time. We're live from Autoclub this evening. A 2-mile stretch of havoc coming up at us. 150 miles, 75 laps coming at you. We've got several drivers in the chase ready to get this thing underway. Starting them off with 2,000 points at the top of the list with big old Mason Thompson. I'm telling you right now, probably going to give that man the trophy, but we'll see how it turns out when we get this thing underway. As we get this race started, we're going to start things off with a little bit of an interview with the guy that's been running the races, the race control for the Birdhouse Xfinity Open League, owner and race controller. We've got Tony Jankowski in the booth with us. Tony, how are you feeling about this season?
You couldn't ask for a better set of drivers for the playoffs tonight, Kevin. I tell you what, I am more excited for the last 3 races this season than I have been all year, and I can't wait to see what it sounds like in the booth. Thompson, Anderson, Spear, Crawford, Clark, Baker, Dahl, Chilton. You can put your name on any of those guys and a ticket for Las Vegas and probably get out of there with some money. I'm telling you, I have no idea who's going to win this.
There's no telling on who it is. There's only a couple points separating them now instead of Mr. Thompson blowing the doors off of everybody point-wise. He's got 2 points between him and second place now. And I've got it all updated up to here. As I was going over stuff earlier this afternoon looking at it, I noticed a little bit of a discrepancy, but I went ahead and took care of it before I went ahead and talked about it here live today with you here in the booth. But as it stands right now, man, the Birdhouse Motorsports won the regular season for team standings for you. It's got to make you feel a little bit happy there. If you don't know, that's the owner of the Birdhouse Motorsports team, and his guys did a fantastic job out there and coming in second place for the regular season standings. Now, like I said, the championship ain't over yet, my friend, but y'all won the regular seasons. Dahl's Mechanical's right on your heels now with less than 20 points separating the two teams. 1046 for that team of Dahl's Mechanical out there. Bitcoin Boy, the winningest team in the league right now, trailing in third place, 984 going to him. K-Bomb Racing has got a grand total out there of 917 with 742 going to Chaos Motorsports. Spear Motorsports coming in with 610 and 243 to top it off. Sauce.com out there. How's it feeling with the way that the team stand-ins are going out there for you there, owner?
Yeah, it feels good trying to be non-biased to everybody else in the league. We're real proud of my team, I'll tell you that. We're going to be without Gonzalez and Elmore for the playoffs, but we're bringing 3 into the playoffs. We're going to be with Clark, Baker, and Crawford. Have all performed extremely well all season long. Real proud of those guys. Real proud of Birdhouse Motorsports, and led that thing from start to finish every week. And really just want to, hone in, talk to the guys earlier about just focusing on their racecraft and, individually trying to get, each of those guys to go out and win a championship. But they all know that we still have a real good shot at winning the, team championship this season.
Absolutely. You definitely got a shot at it. As we're speaking of championships right now, 9 drivers out there were set up for the chase here at the Birdhouse Xfinity Open League. Would you like to go through that list yourself there? Would you like me to fire them off at you so we can talk about them before the race gets started here? Because they're out there qualifying as we're going through this right now. They've been on the track for around 4 minutes now, and we've got people already out there. Fast times out there. Mason Thompson, of course, out front with Cody Dahl, Mark Math, Rachel Hunt, Chandler Clark, John Crawford. All those drivers out there on the tracks with the fast laps laid down up there in the top 6 drivers on the field right now. But Mason Thompson's going to lead us off. Magnus Anderson.
Yeah, Mason has been the guy all season long, Kevin. I mean, I don't know how much fun you've had calling his name because it's been repetitive. 6 wins on the season, and Magnus right behind them. Those first 2 names, Bitcoin Boys. So those are definitely the guys to beat right off the bat.
Yeah, only one other team has won a race, and that is Spear Motorsports with Jason Spear coming in with that big win there. I think the first race out for the season.
Well, John Crawford for Birdhouse Motorsports did win a race as well, and Joshua Parent with Bitcoin got the with
You know, I
Bitcoin's
totally
got
forgot
one.
about Big John's big win.
Yeah, Big John L. Crawford brought one home for Birdhouse. It was our only win this season, and he was absolutely thrilled. We were thrilled for him, and real happy about it. And yeah, we'll just try to ride that momentum as a team and individuals, and we'll let you get back to the booth and call this race and congratulate all the playoff drivers and all the people that are here racing still with us here in week 11, Kevin.
Absolutely. Thank you so much for being up here with me, Tony. And we're going to go ahead and get this grid called off here as I get these overlays. There they are. They're back up on there now. And we've got Mason Thompson's going to start this thing off, ladies and gentlemen. He is ultra fast. This is going to be a one heck of a show out here for everybody. I'm letting you know right now. Just keep your eyes peeled and get ready for a show here as we come to the start of the first race of the chase here, Birdhouse Xfinity Open League Season 2. Guys, it's week 1. It's what I'm calling it. 1 out of 3. We got 3 races to go. Autoclub's first up on the list here. Mason Thompson, Cody Dahl, Mark Math, Rachel Hunt coming out there in 4th position. 5th place going to Chandler Clark with John Crawford, Jason Chilton, Troy Baker back in 8th place. 9th place going to Christopher Hodgson. Jason Spear out there coming in at 10th position. 11th place going to Keith Hugh. Magnus Anderson out there on the track in 12th place. 13th going to Barry Kramer. 14th, Chris Vickery. 15th, Michael Sellers. 16th, Scott Wilkerson. 17th, Michael Schaefer. 18th, Rob Higgs Jr., Ryan Catalano for the Top It Off Racing there in 19th position, and Ryan Hatch in 20th. We've got a driver on the track with us that registered as a driver and is actually not a driver. Going to be a little difficult. You're going to see a name pop up on the thing. That is actually Tony Jankowski, our race control here. And there, though, machines are lined up there, pit road. We got a couple Fords sitting up front there on the pole line. Good race out there. We're going to have, actually, there's 3 Fords sitting out there out of the top 4. One Toyota. And, guys, we are going to have one heck of a show here for you. We'll go ahead and pop up the tower. On the side there, we've got the iRacing blip in the corner now, plastered on the screen, so I can't get in any trouble when I show this one too. We've got Thompson, Dahl, Math, Hunt, Clark, Crawford, Chilton, Baker, Hodgson, Spear, Hume, Anderson, Kramer, Vickery, Sellers, Wilkerson, Schaefer, Higgs, Catalano out there on the field with Ryan Hatch as well. I'm sure they are getting a nice speech from race control. Up above right now is what the delay of the whole event is right now. Got a whole driver start your engines. Let's have some fun. Keep her clean. Be sure that you respect the boys out there that are racing for points in the chase. But that doesn't mean pull over and give them the race, just to let you know. It just means don't be disrespectful out there and ruin someone's chance. All right, here we go, ladies and gentlemen. We should see the pace car fire those blinking lights up. Lead them out there onto the track here in just a few seconds. Looking back at the field here, like I said, we've got 9 drivers out there on the prowl. The guy on the pole has the most points right now. Cody Dahl out there is about 12 points behind him with 1988 on his point standings right now as the reset came for the chase points for those drivers up there in the top. 9th position going to Joshua Parent, who is much lower in the points standings and also not present, doesn't look like. Huh. Odd. And here we go, ladies and gentlemen. 75 laps, 150 miles. We're going around a track they no longer use anymore. As a matter of fact, I don't even think it exists. I'm pretty sure they have destroyed this beautiful piece of history here. Autoclub. We're going to get down, though. We're going to get down. Mason Thompson, Cody Dahl. Neither one of them have the green flag at the line. This is the start of the race, ladies and gentlemen. First lap about to be underway here. Lap 1 coming at you live. Kev Calls TV bringing you the action for the Birdhouse Xfinity Open League Championship races, week 1 of 3, Autoclub right now. Here they come through turn 3. Pace car's going to take that dive right after turn 4, and you're going to see that flag waver in the stands just break an arm, letting these guys go boogity time, baby, here in the Birdhouse. Pace car off, 81, going to be on the inside. He doesn't have the discretion, like I said. We got the green flag dropping now. It's race time, boys and girls. It's race time. And as they're coming along through there, we got turn 1 coming up. Mark Maui Math in the 199 going to cut to the outside in front of Cody Dahl. He's on the right rear of Mason Thompson. We're going to see this thing unfold probably pretty quickly. Lots of different paces among these drivers here. Maui getting a little loose coming out of 2. He got it recovered there. No wall connection, no connection with any other drivers. You got Chandler Clark and Cody Dahl coming around the inside. And the number 4 of Jason Chilton down low now below the door of the 199. Dahl pulling off a second place now after that little slow get up on the start there. Mason Thompson just chugging away. Just hacking away at that tree there, ladies and gentlemen. Here they come down across the front stretch through the start-finish line. We got Keith Hume making his way up to 10th position from the start of this thing. We got Troy Baker, the baby maker, and the caution is out. Ladies and gentlemen, back here, we're going to go catch it up. Back here in the back, had the 11 come across the nose of the 7. We'll go ahead and bring it back one more time. Barry Kramer coming up the field here. We're going to come into turn 1 the second time around. And the nose of the 7 car there, he was there. Hopefully they get that cleaned up quickly, get back out here on the track, get this race back underway here at Autoclub, ladies and gentlemen. Yellow flag flying. Get some people a-crying here. You never do know, though. You never do know. Let's get the gap times up there below the ticker times so you can see just how far they are ahead. Here we go. Beautiful, nice rotation there. We've got the ticker lined out. What a great shot there for the entire field on the track there, coming around the front stretch here at Autoclub. You get the tower in there on the screen. It's too bad the tower doesn't work here for the Autoclub track on iRacing. Generally, they are dead on accurate along with the race as you're going. That is slightly disappointing there. I guess since, you know, discontinued here on iRacing as well. Guys, we're live here. We got 4 grand total laps, ran 3 of them green. Almost, really. Not even 3. It was two and a smidget. And yellow flag out. Don't know how the conditions are going to go, if they're going to speed these up, if they're just going to let them roll on through. It looks like the pace car's lights are flashing, so we've got at least one more lap to go under caution. Under yellow flag conditions, these guys aren't going to be wasting any tires, any fuel, or anything of that such right there. So that's not too terrible for the drivers. However, you know, it's a big slow waste of time. You get out of that groove. You get out of that rhythm, and that is not a way to be. You got to keep that time going. You want to keep your arms in the same motion. Keep your feet where they're going. You know that your right foot's going to be slamming down to this part right here and going to ease out. You know that you're going to, ooh, there's my brake. And then, oh, man, yellow flag. And we're back to nothing again, and you're just coasting along 65 miles an hour doing nothing. And, hey, no fun. Checking in with the drivers in the track here. We got Mason leading this thing off. We got Cody Dahl out there. Dahl's mechanical pulling off second place still. He's going to start on the outside yet again, starting on the inside. Chandler Clark with Mark Math to the outside this time now. Math starting in third position on the first start there. He's going to start on the outside behind Dahl this time. Rachel Hunt out there. Grand driver. She just barely got pushed out of the championship chase here, did the driver in the 61 car, Rachel Hunt. She's fantastic on the track there. Christopher Hodgson coming in behind her. John L. Crawford on the inside line as well. Jason Chilton outside behind Hodgson with Troy Baker in the 18. The baby maker out there on the track. He's there to cause a little bit of damage, a little bit of havoc in the point system for everybody up there. He said, no, yeah, you're fighting for the points. I don't care. I'm still here to win it. That's Troy. Michael Sellers up to 10th place. 5 positions for that driver there. Being on the inside line, he's got Jason Spear on his outside, and to his rear, the number 3 of Chris Vickery. And that's no joke there. They're coming around. Turn 3. Into 4. Back up here on the front. We'll go ahead and bring it to the nose of this driver here. Watch the field behind him for just a moment.
Green flag.
Absolutely. What a great start by that driver. They're having that discretion this time around is good for him. Back here in the back, we got the chopper view going on. The friends up top in the sky here, getting us a good wide shot of the crowd as they go through turn 2 onto the backstretch here. Look at the action out there. We've got almost the entire field covered from Chandler Clark on back. That's second place on the screen, all the way back to the number 27 of Scott Wilkerson with Mitchell Schaefer on his outside there too. Great shot of the race from up above. As you see 3 wide up there between Rachel Hunt, John Crawford, and Jason Chilton. Got a little bit of an action spot right here in between the number 56 right there, it looks like. Catching the action from the other side of the view, the television view there. We've got Ryan Catalano on the outside. He's got Keith Hume right behind him with the 56 of Ryan Hatch right to his door right below him. Now, the number 9 there, Michael Sellers, going to try and pull away from those two as they're racing side by side now. Sellers getting up the nose on Catalano, staying up ahead. And right now we've got Jason Chilton cutting his way up through the track as he comes around the inside of John Crawford in the 28 Havoline car on the track. What a great shot as they come down the backstretch there, entering 3. Cody Dahl back into third place as Chandler Clark taking the lead in the number 16, coming down the front stretch is Chandler Clark with Mason Thompson, Cody Dahl on his heels. If those three drivers right there, yellow flag, yellow flag, yellow flag. And I got Mitchell Schaefer. Big wreck. Ooh, absolutely. Let's back it up a little bit further. Stop it here. Let's get a different angle here and right here. So we got the 27, Scott Wilkerson, tapped the wall a little bit, and he's going to clip the 1 of Mitchell Schaefer. Mitchell Schaefer's nose going to go slap dead into the wall, going to kill that machine deader than a doornail. Now, I believe there was a little bit more of that than what we just seen. Coming along here, we got the number 1 and the number 27. They're going to race side by side. Got it coming around the turn here. He's going to take a nice, easy cut. Now, he is already missing his hood, too. I wonder what happened there. And the 27. Gonna tap the wall. No, that's what caused it right there. 27 just losing the nerve a little bit right there. And we're going to go back live here, ladies and gentlemen, with the action up front. Chandler Clark getting a lead a couple laps here under this thing. And we have some people in the stands. Good to hear me and Peter together again. Absolutely, it was a good time out there with my friend earlier this afternoon before I made it out here to Autoclub. We were way up in Pennsylvania calling some dirt action with a good friend of mine. And we've got Chandler Clark out front right now with Mason Thompson, Cody Dahl, Mark Math, and Christopher Hodgson back to 5th place. 6th place going to be John Crawford, Jason Chilton, Ryan Catalano, Ryan Hatch, and Rob Higgs Jr. back to 10th position. Going to have a couple drivers. Don't know if they're just lagging behind or whatnot, but they're just chilling, having some good old time, making no effort to get around with any bit of haste on that track right now. Absolutely. I didn't have to fly anywhere to make that happen. No, sirree, Bob. I got to sit right in the comfort of my own home and call all this action from all these different places from all around the world. Thankfully, we have this wonderful gift called iRacing. And it's not too much of a gift. You got to pay for it, but it's well worth it for all the fun and excitement that you get to have or watch and enjoy as you're watching live here with Kev Calls TV. Kevin Hazelwood calling the action live here from Autoclub, Fontana, California, baby, on a track that doesn't exist anymore, with a group of guys that have really put together one immaculate season of racing here at the Birdhouse Xfinity Open League, with the Xfinity cars having some open setups. They get one night with the exact perfect replica of the weather to run their tests, and by golly gee willikers, you got what you get. And it's some fun time to watch out here. We've got a great field of drivers. From 11th place back, we've got Jason Spear, Chris Vickery, Rachel Hunt, Troy Baker, Keith Hume, back to 15th position. 16th going to be Michael Sellers, Magnus Anderson, Scott Wilkerson got some major damage. Don't think he's going to make it back out on the track, nor Mitchell Schaefer or Barry Kramer. So those three drivers going to check out for us here. And we'll keep it on going in their honor. That is correct. We're not going to stop anything just because we lose a couple drivers. We'd have to lose the entire field for this thing to stop out. Number 16 got the discretion. Going to make that green flag fly here in just a moment, as the pace car is about to take that dip dive down on pit road, and we're going to be back to racing here. Lap 13 underway at the line here at Autoclub. Here we go yet again. Green flag gonna be waving. 3, 2, whoa! Beat me to it, they did, by number 16, Chandler Clark. Gonna put that pedal through the floorboard right there, try to get a little bit of extra momentum as he takes off first position. He's got the quick one of Mason Thompson, the winningest man in the Birdhouse history. That's the 81 of Mason Thompson. Going to pull off second place right now, but not for long, because as we speak about it, we've got Cody Dahl right on the inside. Going to take that pass right around the nose. He's got the inside line into 3, and good and golden as Cody Dahl takes second place. But Mason Thompson back to the inside there, right on the exit of the turn, and the nose up. And at the line, gonna hold that up for him and get right across his nose into 2. Cody Dahl probably gonna let off there and let him go because he said, geez, did he just pull that on me? Because yes, sir, he absolutely did. Mark Maui Math back here behind teammate of Christopher Hodgson. Those two drivers are probably gonna hook up just for a moment. Maui gonna give him a little bit of a push down the straights to help him get that speed that he might have been missing coming off the turn. They're gonna hook up together. Work together, baby. Come on, come on. Let's work together. Nope, Maui says I'm a little faster. Get behind me. Follow that draft. Take lessons, boy, because I'm giving notes all day in this class as they go around. Lap 15 underway at Autoclub, ladies and gentlemen. John Crawford in the number 28 there, about to be pinched between the 56 and the 92. He's got Ryan Hatch, Ryan Catalano. It was a Ryan-John sandwich there for a moment there as John held the nerve down, pulled away through the middle of that there with the 56 of Ryan Hatch, giving him a little bit of love tap as they come through the turn there. Saying, hey, buddy, I know you're there, and I know you can handle this, so we're gonna go on. Hatch making his way all the way up through the field, up 12 positions. Catalano up 11. Jason Chilton still pushing on up here. He's in 6th place. Started in 7th. He's only up 1. I seen him up to 4th a moment ago, but he dropped back after one of the cautions that we had there early on. And we got another lap underway. 16 underway. Cody Dahl smacking off the wall. Him and Christopher Hodge looks like they touched just a little bit on that last straight stretch there coming down through. Got a little bump on there, and it didn't look too nice. I don't mean like somebody bumped each other. I think that there's a bump in the track right there, and they rode across it right there in a little bit of contact. Mark Math, 199 up to 3rd position yet again, back to where he started at. We've got Chandler Clark leading it with Mason Thompson 2nd place, Maui in 3rd, Christopher Hodgson 4th place, Jason Chilton back in 3rd. Let's go ahead and see if we can bring the driver details up there. We've got, there we go, Jason Chilton up in the number 4, driving for some Birdhouse Xfinity right now. We've got Dahl's Mechanical is who he drives for. That just says Birdhouse Xfinity Open League. I apologize for that. John L. Crawford in the 28 back there in 6th position. Ryan Hatch, the number 56 for Bitcoin Boy, from Topsham, Vermont, up here, trying to roll the dice, make some things happen out there. Cody Dahl, he's from Camelsburg, Kentucky. I know that without it being up there because I know the man. He lives right down the street from me. Then we got right behind him, 9th position, going to Christopher Vickery, coming to us live from Pensacola, Florida. And all around the U.S., we got him coming in from Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania with Ryan TopItOffSauce.com. Catalano there. He's asked me 100,000 times today to make sure that I get this in there. So if you don't know, this driver right here is the owner, operator of Top It Off Racing. Okay, now that's the race team here live with us tonight with the Birdhouse Xfinity League that we're watching. But this guy is also the owner of Top It Off sauce. Some very fine made hot sauce by this gentleman here. Homemade. He does a great job with it. I've tasted some of the products personally myself. They are excellent, have a great flavor to them. And it goes straight from the garden to the counter, right into the bottle, to your door. If you go to topitoffsauce.com right now, ladies and gentlemen, check out those fine selections that driver has. Next up on the list, we've got Michael Sellers coming in here. He's down there in, he says Malone, Illinois is where he's from, but that man's in the Sunshine State as well right now, right on the pier. He can walk straight off the rig, throw a rod in the ocean, and pull whatever he feels right out the water at any given moment in time. Next up on the list, you've got Keith Hume from Bug Tussle, Alabama. We've got Rachel Hunt coming in here with us. She's a driver for Spear Motorsports, and I can't remember exactly where she's from, but I actually do know that. Rob Higgs Jr., hometown of Baltimore, Maryland. He's a silly feller out there. Marine, thank you for your service, and thank you for your driving here in the number 14 for the Birdhouse Xfinity Open Link. Troy Baker, that baby maker, Laverne, Tennessee, is where he hails from. And let me tell you, I've said this 1,000 times before, he's the baby maker. He's the only man living that has a baby in every state that he's ever visited. That's correct. Troy Baker driving the number 18. Magnus Anderson, 17th position for that driver. He's had some issues going on early, and he is far behind the field. Coming to us live from Boone, Iowa. We've got a mess of people here from all over the United States tuning in live with us, driving for our viewing pleasure here on Kev Calls TV, and that is what is best about iRacing, ladies and gentlemen. We'll go ahead, we'll bring up the tower with the top 20 on it and run them off through you real quick. We've got Thompson, Clark, Bath, Chilton, Crawford, Hatch, Vickery, Spear, Sellers, Hume, Hodgson, Hunt, Catalano, Higgs, Baker, Dahl, Anderson, Kramer, Wilkerson, and Schaefer. That's the list, ladies and gentlemen, of how it's lining up right now, and it is a spectacular time out here on the track as they're on lap 23 of 75. We've got the number 3 of Chris Vickery up to 6th position with teammate Michael Sellers right behind him. But if they look behind in their mirror right there, you've got Jason Spear, one of the few drivers with a win besides the Bitcoin boys out there. That's Spear Motorsports owner and driver in the 83 of Jason Spear out there, and he's fighting for points for that championship, and he is well up there. I think he's 4 points behind the leader in the chase right now, so got a heck of a chance to make something happen. Does the driver in the 83? He's 6 points back, I apologize. Chandler Clark losing that lead. Mason Thompson back out front now with the 16 car falling back to 4th position. Got Jason Chilton for Dahl's Mechanical up in 3rd place in that KFC number 4, but he's got Chandler Clark to his inside. Can Chandler hold on to it through the turn as he gets about almost a full car length above and out of the way? But what a drive off the 4 has coming out of that turn. Mark Maui Math up in 2nd position as he runs the high line here at Autoclub. Staying towards the middle and high part of the track is the 199. Seeming to like how that's working for his tires as he's moved up through the field with that decision. We got a big race going on back here in the back. They're trying to pull off 10th place at least right now. You got Christopher Hodgson, Ryan Hatch, Ryan Catalano back here trying to catch Rachel Hunt in the number 61. She's doing an absolutely fine job making everything go her way. But she's back 6 places from the start. But there's been a lot of beating and banging around that car right there to get up through, to get up in front of her. And I'm not saying they hit her. I'm just saying she was smart and got out of the way of some people that were driving a little bit hectic for her likings. Absolutely. Back here in the back, we got Magnus Anderson. He's starting to catch up to Troy Baker and Rob Higgs Jr. towards the back of the pack. Christopher Hodgson followed. Oh, Ooh, back 4 positions for that driver. He started 9th. He's back in 13th right now with Cody Dahl right in front of him, trying to hug down to that inside line. Dahl getting banged on the inside left, shot him into the wall there earlier. No ill will, but they did get a little bit of contact. I do believe it was him and Chilton. Keith Hume, Dahl mechanical driver as well, in the number 21, out there making up positions every chance that he gets. He's up 3 spots for the start of this thing right now, up into 8th place, back from 11th. Doing good. Jason Spear up to 7th place with John Crawford still right in front of him in the number 28. We've got Michael Sellers, Chandler Clark, and Jason Chilton pushing up through the field as well. Chris Vickery, something happened to him there. Had to have gotten into the wall or had some major tire fall off for the number 3, because he was directly in front of the number 9 car no less than a lap and a half ago, and we missed that going through the back of the field to the front. I don't see any damage on the left side of him here as the camera comes along here, but he might have it, like I said, on the right. As we catch our, ooh, what a great shot coming off of 2 into the backstretch. Into 3 now is the number 28 of John Crawford. And he's got the 83 of Jason Spear and the 21 of Keith Hume behind him right now. And they are just rolling along together, trying to make that time up. All by himself now out here. In between 3rd and 5th, we got Michael Sellers running 4th position right now. And like I said, he's all by himself. He's trying to keep in the wind of the 16 and the rest of those drivers up there. We had the 28 sounded like he scraped the wall coming through that last turn, as he is riding the death line up there all the way up in it. 28, 83, and 21 coming around turns 1 and 2 right now. Race time, ladies and gentlemen. I apologize. That's 3 and 4. Lap 30 underway. Almost over for Mason Thompson, as he is now all the way back in to lap 3 and 4 from the rest of them. This driver is just getting with it this evening, coming down that front stretch into turn 1. And here's a shot off of 4 as they make their way onto that front stretch here with all the action live with us, ladies and gentlemen. These guys are showing up here this evening for week 1 of the championship chase here at the Birdhouse Xfinity Open League, and the pit stops are starting. Lap 31. Mark Math already in and out onto the track, and we've got Michael Sellers up leading the race right now with Jason Spear, Keith Hume, Rachel Hunt, Troy Baker making up the top 5 now. The front of the field off on the track now. Fresh set of tires for those drivers. Mark Math pit on lap 28 4 laps ago, so he's been out there for a minute trying to make up the time. Trying the short pit action is the driver of the 199. If no caution comes out, great strategy for the K-Bomb driver there of Mark Math. Shoo-wee. Michael Sellers still leading this thing off in the number 9. He's got the number 83 of Jason Spear behind him, and the faster cars with the new Nikes underneath them. The number 10, the number 56 of Ryan Hatch, and that's Cody Dahl in the number 10, all getting back around him, getting their lap back. As Dahl now 9th position. You got Mason Thompson in the 81. He is way up there right now. Michael Sellers playing the fuel strategy game right now. He says, I'm going to try to hold this off as long as I possibly can. As, like I said, Mark Math with a good distance up on Mason Thompson. Got about 2 seconds on that driver right now, keeping him out of that draft that he's got behind him going on. So that's a great there. He's got to do nothing but drive the wheels off of it to catch up now. Hard to do. Fresh rubber on the wheels of that 199 and the 81. And we've got Chris Vickery back here in the 10th position now in the number 3. He opted to go in lap 28 as well. Went in with his teammate there. That must have been where that driver went when we were looking for him there as he was in front of Michael Sellers earlier. And the race is still going on. We've got Jason Spear now in front of Michael Sellers leading this thing off. They've been out for 35 laps on those tires. Now, granted, we have had a couple cautions here. Being able to save up some fuel, so the fuel run that you practiced for didn't really matter as much, having about 8 laps of caution. It might have been 12, actually, of caution ran so far in these 36 that we have had underway total. Now, Jason Spear is going to be leading this thing off. He's got Michael Sellers behind him in second place, who is more than likely going to go into the pits here this lap or the next, with Rachel Hunt there behind him in third position. That's the teammate of the 83. She will go in with him. After that, we got Magnus Anderson, who just dropped into the pits in fourth place. Fifth place is going to be Mark Math in the 199. That, letting you know, ladies and gentlemen, is the last ones on the field there. These 3 drivers left to pit. So they're going to have the late pit strategy as opposed to the other drivers back here behind them having a short pit strategy. Different strokes for different folks, ladies and gentlemen. That's what's wonderful about the world of racing, is not everybody does anything the exact same. This driver right here has got something figured out where he's just got a winning combination in almost everything that he does in the Birdhouse Xfinity League that we've ran so far. We've got about 1.8 seconds separating the number 4 and number 5 position. Jason Spear, Michael Sellers, Rachel Hunt still out there on the track in first, second, and third position. The number 9 running in second position right now, doing a fine job holding everything together as they finally decide to pull it in to pit road. And there he is running it down there. And we're going to check in with the action back here in the back. We've got Ryan Catalano and Chandler Clark battling it out now for 10th position. Catalano holding on to that 10th spot right there. Chandler Clark making his way into pits at lap 30, being out here for a grand total of 10 laps now, with Ryan Catalano pitting on the exact same lap. So these guys are on the same rubber right now. And there is a lot of friggin' stuff on the track. That is a dirty, dirty, dirty track right now with the laps they've been running out there. Lots of marbles have built up there in the middle of turns 3 and 4. So track might start getting a little slick on them as we see Rachel Hunt and Jason Spear both pitting up this time around. Last one out there. That giving Mark Maui Math all that clean air now up in front. Leading this thing off is the 199. He's got Mason Thompson for Bitcoin Boy right behind him with Cody Dahl, third position. Fourth place gonna be John Crawford. Chris Vickery coming in fifth place right now. These are all updated after the pits take place right now. Okay, guys, I know what I just read it as it went. I know the screen said something different for a minute, but it'll update with time, like right now as it circles through. Pow! Math, Thompson, Dahl, Crawford, Vickery, Hodgson, Chandler, Clark, Ryan Catalano coming in 8th place. 9th place going to be Rob Higgs Jr. with Jason Spear coming off of pit road now, checking in 10th place. Didn't get the lap happen to him. He was up front. Had a good lead. Here comes Keith Hume. Here comes Michael Sellers. Sellers going to take 10th place away from Jason Spear as Jason Spear gets right into the nose. He doesn't touch anybody, but he's right there in the front of the path of Keith Hume, who had a pretty good amount of speed going, but good driver. Just eased off, let the man in front of him do his thing. He'll gather it up, and if he can get around him, he'll get around him. There they are coming off of 2 onto the backstretch here. Number 199 still up front right now. He has 5 whole seconds on the 81 of Mason Thompson as we speak right now, as lap 42 is underway. I apologize. He has 1 whole second on the 81. It was giving me the interval to a driver that I had highlighted. Now I apologize for reading that out. Half a second separating 1st and 2nd place. That's the race right now, with 3rd place being John Crawford. Looking like something happened to Jason Chilton. He's back a lap right now, all the way back in 17th position right now. Rachel Hunt back in 14th, 15th, going to Magnus Anderson with 13th position. Troy Baker, 12th. Keith Hume. Jason Spear up in 11th. Michael Sellers, 10th place. Rob Higgs Jr., 9th. Christopher Hodgson, 8th place. Ryan Catalano, 7th place. Chandler Clark, 6th place. Up in 5th place, we've got the old man of Chris Vickery trying to make some flames up here go down. Burning the gas off is Vickery there in the number 3, all the way up into 5th place now. Cody Dahl up back into 4th place. John Crawford going to be running 3rd place in that number 28. Once again, if I've said it once, I've said it 100 times. This guy here, the most consistent driver in the league. He might not have the most wins, but that man right there in the number 28 car is without a doubt the most consistent driver in the league. He is almost always in the top 5, if not almost always on the podium. So he might not win it, but he's always up there. Mason Thompson finally getting that lead snatched away from Mark Math, who's now about 1/10 separating those two drivers. Maury getting the drive up on the turn entry here, and he's going to brake early, try to get a great drive off. He is the driver in the 198. Taking the low line, 81 on the high line there, and the drive off a little better for the high line for the 81 of Mason Thompson. We're on lap 45, 30 left to go here at Autoclub. Big old long wide shot coming down the backstretch there as they make their way into turn 3. We've got Michael Sellers, Jason Spears, and Rob Higgs Jr. back here out. We're going to start battling it out for 8th place between these 3 drivers. Now the 83 on the inside there of Michael Sellers, who gets a little bit more of a drive off on the exit of the turn there. They're going to battle it out down the stretch into turns 1 and 2. Michael Sellers getting about a car and a half up on the 83 as they make their way through that turn. Rob Higgs Jr. losing a little bit of time as they come through turn 4 there onto the backstretch. And he's got Christopher Hodgson and Keith Hume right behind him trying to take 10th place away. Cody Dahl, John Crawford still comfortably running in 3rd and 4th position. Mark Math slowly but surely losing little by little on the driver of the 81, Mason Thompson, almost a cool second ahead of the 199. Christopher Vickery's got Ryan Hatch and the number 16 behind him. The number 16 trying to get around Mr. Hatch there as a lap separates the two of them, and the 16 taking the low line here. Gonna get up in front of the 56 and make his way out to the wall now. Trying to stay in the wind of the 3 is the 16 of Chandler Clark, keeping the draft of Chris Vickery up there with him on the straights, taking the low line through the turns to try to make up the distance there. But Vickery getting a heck of a drive off on the middle lane to the high on the exits of the turn. Here they come around here in turn 1 now off of pit road. There's where the camera's set up. Great shot as they're coming off the wall here. Good angle as you catch these guys just giving it their all coming through turn 1 here at Auto Club. Mark Math back about a second and a half now for Mason Thompson. Still holding on to that second place though. With about 5 seconds separating him and John Crawford. One heck of a show that's going off. 25 laps left to go after Mason Thompson crosses the lap this next time. He just exited 2, coming down the backstretch. Here's Crawford leading this thing. I'm sorry, not Crawford, but Mason Thompson. We got the 81 of Mason Thompson leading with the 199 of Maui Math in second place. Third place going to the 28 driven by John Crawford. The number 10 car coming in 4th position with Cody Dahl behind the wheel. With 5th place going to Jason Spear driving the 83. 6th place 9 car Michael Sellers operating that machine there. Chandler Clark, and we got a little bit of a change here. We got some drivers going into pit road. Right side damaged on those 2 drivers. Did we get some contact? Scrolling up and looking. Nope, no contact. Pure tire change. Last tire change of the race, 25 laps to go. Must not have had enough fuel to make it out, so they're going to go ahead and make sure that they've got it. Here is Chris Vickery, short pit coming out. We got Mason Thompson up 2 seconds on Mark Math right now. John Crawford, 3rd place. Jason Spear, 4th place. Michael Sellers, 5th place. 6th place going to the 16 car of Chandler Clark's 61 car driven by Rachel Hunt in 7th position. 8th place going to Keith Hume. 9th place, Ryan Catalano. Rob Higgs Jr., 10th position. 11th place, Christopher Hodgson. 12th, Magnus Anderson. And Cody Dahl coming in 13th. Troy Baker, that baby maker, 14th position. 15th going to Chris Vickery now. Jason Chilton, 16th. Ryan Hatch, Barry Kramer, Scott Wilkerson, Mitchell Schaefer, laps down. Hatch still in this thing, though. He's only 1 back. And 22 laps remaining. Mason Thompson still leading this thing. Mark Math going to check out. Going to get some fuel and tires on that machine there. As it has been all smooth sailing for a good long while here at the Birdhouse Xfinity Open League. Week 1 of the championship chase. Live at Autoclub. And the leader, Mason Thompson, finally getting his tires out now as well. Michael Sellers, Jason Spear back up front once again for this race. That 65% fuel can really be a little hectic booger here on the track with them having to pit for, like I said, the second time now in the race. 20 laps to go. They have to make sure that they have just enough. We've seen drivers run out right at the end, not be able to cross. And that is an unfortunate turn of events when you do something like that. And that was Mark Math coming around Keith Hume as Rachel Hunt makes her way in from second place into the pits. Keith Hume going to follow right behind her. Jason Spear in the 83 opting to stay out just a little while longer. Oh, my. Like I said, he's opting to stay out. We've got 19 laps remaining here. He's in first place. Don't blame him for staying out. Not one little bit do I blame this driver. Telling you, no matter what he does it just right. He gets short pitted, he still gets out in front of the drivers that short pit him. It doesn't matter what they do to get in front of him, they just can't do it. Mason Thompson pitting at lap 54, already back up to second place now. Jason Spear, the only driver out in front of him. And there's not that much separating them. "31 seconds, Judd. According to the tower here, 31 seconds separating Spear and Thompson, with 4 seconds separating Dahl and Thompson, and 10 seconds separating Crawford and Thompson. If you don't wreck him, you don't beat him. The 81, he's like Superman. You got to find his kryptonite. And they have yet to figure out what exactly is the right formula for that. as he's got 28 seconds until he catches Jason Spear, who will have to pit eventually anyway. Cody Dahl is burning the midnight oil right now, trying to make the time up between him and the 81 of Mason Thompson. John Crawford back in 4th position right now, doing exactly what he does best and being the most consistent driver here at the Birdhouse. Chandler Clark, the number 16 car, he's up in 5th place right now. I call it 5th, but he's really sitting 4th because, once again, Jason Spear does have to go in to get fuel. Just not yet. He may not. He may not. He may have just enough fuel to get this in. He pit last on lap 39. He's been out for 23 laps. I seen the drivers go for 35, 36. This will be interesting. Very, very curious is what it's about to be, ladies and gentlemen, because he might have just enough. The question is can he hold off the time with his teammate in front of him now, going to help him out there save some fuel. So directly in front of this driver is his teammate. If he could have remained in her wind as long as possible, man, that would have dramatically helped out this driver with the fuel situation there. Because he's got every bit of 10 laps left. So is this going to come down to I clutched it all the way through turns 1 and 2 and 3 and then gave it gas on 4 for the drive off for this driver here? Get over top of a head right now. Let's see if we got anything that's awesome to keep up with. And we got the number 4 inside the pits there, Jason Chilton. And Spear off the track, hitting it up. Back to 2nd, back to 3rd. Drivers are no longer a lap down. Laps back started Ryan Hatch in the number 56 car. 15th position back, lap down. Magnus Anderson, teammate. He's got a while to go, but it's not too crazy. All right, it's clutch time. 10 laps to go, ladies and gentlemen. He just crossed the line for 10 to go. That's right. We're almost done with the first race here at Autoclub. Week 1 of the championship chase here at the Birdhouse Xfinity Open League. And Mason Thompson has led off a dominating performance here today with only a few other drivers leading some laps. And I think he might have just let them do it, to be honest with you, just to make them feel better about themselves. Cody Dahl pulling off a 2nd place right now as things are starting to uncurl in front of us here with the 28 of John Crawford. Just about a 2nd behind him. Chandler Clark, the number 16, roughly the same time behind that driver. We've got just a couple seconds separating 2, 3, and 4 with Mason Thompson just about 5 seconds up on Cody Dahl. And back in 5th place is going to be the 9 car of Michael Sellers with teammate Mark Math behind him about 4 car lengths. Rachel Hunt back in 7th place behind Math. Her teammate Jason Spear directly behind her. Now he is on the freshest set of tires on the track. If anybody can make up time, it's going to be the driver of the 83 of Jason Spear here. As, like I said, freshest tires on the track. Now he just came out of pit road, full fuel, fresh Nikes. Let's see what he does with it right now as he's sitting in 8th position. And I don't know if he's catching or not on the car in front of him. It looks like the number 21 of Keith Hume having a little bit better of a drive than the 83. So either the 83 is fresh and can't go just yet, or maybe he didn't have the set of tires in the bank that I was talking about. '83, 21 battling it out now. They're going to battle for 8th position is where Spear is sitting right now as he gets the nose up and the car length in front of the 21. But the 21 in that high line here at Autoclub. And we all know that drive off is amazing. Not outside. 83 still able to hold him off, though, as they come across. We got 6 laps to go here. Mason Thompson dominating performance out front here. He is, like I said, unless he gets wrecked, he's got this in the bag. Cody Dahl, pretty well situated for a 2nd place. And John Crawford he's got Chandler Clark behind him, so he better not be too relaxed, but it is a teammate, so he's probably okay. Rachel Hunt, Michael Sellers, Mark Math, Jason Spear, Keith Hume, Chris Vickery, Christopher Hodgson, Ryan Catalano, Troy Baker, Magnus Anderson, the driver still out there on the lead lap. Rob Higgs Jr., Ryan Hatch, 1 lap down. The rest of them no longer with us. Five laps to go, ladies and gentlemen. 5 laps to go. Looks like drivers opted to only take fuel. Hurt them in the long run. The rest of them got tires. That's why they're as fast as they are. And that is Christopher Hodgson battling there now. Chris Vickery in front of him. Teammates right there on the track with Ryan Catalano there behind him. 4 laps to go, ladies and gentlemen. 3 at the line as we're watching. Let's get on board the gyro cam here with this driver today. Here we go. On board with Mason Thompson as we come across turns 1 and 2 with 3 laps to go here, ladies and gentlemen. This driver just putting on a clinic for the rest of the guys here. If you want to save the replays, boys, you can come back and see what this guy did and see what maybe you did wrong. Because he just put a show on for you. 2 laps to go as the driver in the number 81 crosses the line here at Autoclub. 2 to go. 81 of Mason Thompson. Cody Dahl coming off of turn 3 right now directly behind him. And that's John Crawford as well. Coming off of 4 is what we're watching here, ladies and gentlemen. Here they cross the line. 1 lap to go for Mason Thompson when he makes his way around and across that start-finish line that we see across in front of us right now. And here Here we go, ladies and gentlemen. White flag is out. That's the 81 of Mason Thompson making the final lap around Autoclub here for week 1 of the championship chase at the Birdhouse Xfinity Open League. And once again, the 81 started on the pole. He led almost every lap, but he's definitely put on an absolute clinic for all the other drivers here to take note of, as the 2,000 point standing leader goes ahead forward with the first win of the chase. Win number 7 for the season coming across the line now. That's the 81 of Mason Thompson. Guys, he's a freak of nature, and that's what that is right there. I mean, he is an absolute freak of nature as they come across the line here to bring this race to a conclusion here. First week of the chase. Fireworks going off on the backstretch there for the 81 of Mason Thompson. I'm telling you, ladies and gentlemen, that driver there, he's something special now. We'll go ahead and bring up the results for the race, and it came out to be Mason Thompson bringing up a big win here. Cody Dahl, Chandler Clark, Rachel Hunt. 5th place, Michael Sellers. Mark Math, Keith Hume, Jason Spear, Chris Vickery. 10th place, Ryan Catalano. Christopher Hodgson, Troy Baker, Magnus Anderson, Rob Higgs Jr., 15th place going to John L. Crawford. That is not right. That ain't right. My God, that is right. Wow. What in the world happened to Crawford? Did he run out of gas? He was in 3rd position. He is in 3rd position. I got the wrong results up. I'll fix it. He is not. He got wrecked on the last lap. What the crap? You have got to be joking me right there. White flag was out, and here we go, ladies and gentlemen. On right above here, we've got John Crawford coming through here, and what happened to Ryan Hatch before this? Because he was awful slow. Kramer coming through the field. Another wreck right here coming back up. What is... Pause. What's behind him? Hume. That's not what happened. What caused this right here? Race is still going on. Hatch all the way up in the outside wall, and then brings it down, and then up and down. What in the world is that? Yeah, that's a good point. You can't see shit. And hold on, and I'll fix that. I'm sorry. Like, I don't understand this. I get it. He grips the wall here. Is he already damaged? Did he get ran up into the wall? Trying to figure this out here because he just starts going slow. And I get it because he was staying out of the way. Okay. Railed the wall on the exit right there. His right front is destroyed. That's what the problem is. He cannot turn as well as he wants to. And that's that right there. You can tell it's pulling up in there. But right here, what is this? Here comes Cody Dahl, second place. He's in the wall, and he comes down, and then it's like he doesn't, he almost grabs Clark, but gone. It's like, I mean, you got Crawford coming this way right here, man. I mean, this is, look at that. This is what John sees. It's like, where's he supposed to go? Like, the guy, he was coming down. I know, I'm sure Ryan was trying to get out of the way and was like, oh, fuck, I can't get it. But, oh, that's twice now. But that's just, that's third place. And, yeah, I feel bad for John right there, dude, because that's third place. So, anyway, back to these results that I literally, like I said, I got to Crawford. I was like, that's not right, because he was in third place. Crawford is back in 15th. Hatch, Barry Kramer, Jason Chilton, Scott Wilkerson, Mitchell Schaefer. That is quite unfortunate right there. Like, that's unfortunate. So we're going to update the points here with the winning data there, the 40 points to the winner. And big wins to him out there. We're going to go ahead, and we should have first, second, and third lined up here for an interview. Where did my OB at? What? Should have them lined up in here. We're going to drag up. Chandler Clark, third place. Mic check 1-2 with the number 16 of Chandler Clark. Can you hear me, Chandler? I can hear you, driver. How are you feeling with that third place shakedown win for you there? Lucked out, got third. You lucked out and dodged a bullet right there at the end. That last lap is what happened, driver. What's going through your mind?
Oh, yeah, I lucked out right there, but it kind of sucks for my teammate John. He ended up getting collected by Ryan Hatch with whatever he was doing up in the top lane. But it was a good race for me overall. I led some laps early in the race and just kind of raced my race from there.
You got some laps led. You got some championship points earned. You are in the chase, driver, and you got some good points out there, over 30. So you can't beat that now, can you?
No, can't beat that at all.
That's right. You put some more points on the board for the Birdhouse Xfinity team there, and that's always a good thing. You got any friends, families, and sponsors that you'd like to give a quick shout out to?
Just like to thank the Birdhouse team for having me on this season. Like thank Ryko Motorsports for bringing out killer setups about every week, and just like to thank you, Kevin, for being able to broadcast this race for us.
Oh, thank you so much for that there, Chandler. I really do appreciate that. That's the number 16 coming in third place here, first week of the championship chase. That's Chandler, the Mustachio Clark. That's right. He's got a mustache that'll make your knees quiver. I just embarrassed the living daylights out of that young man, probably, and I get a kick out of it. Now, we've got the one, the only, the number 10. We've got Cody Dahl in here yet again with a second place for you, Cody. You're always a bridesmaid, my friend, never the bride. How you feeling?
Good. Just wish I could have battled Mason there, and I got shuffled to like 15th place. Like I kind of got rammed to the wall like lap 20, and that kind of killed me. So I had a short pit, and then try to catch up all that time, and I caught up the time, but Mason had fresher tires, so there was nothing I could do for him. He's just fast.
He is a freak of nature. He's fast on the track. It doesn't matter really. I thought for sure a couple of the drivers out there were going to have a little bit of a lead in front of him when he pit, and he come out in second place. It was like, how in the world do you even do that? But he does it. He does it every consistently. So hats off to that driver. But Cody, we're talking about you right now. You got a big second place finish here in the championships for this freaking standings. You're going for the championship, bro. You're running the points to it, and you got friggin' 36 points. How you feel?
Yeah, I'm pretty happy about that. Just I want to beat Mason in these races.
You want to beat him? Well, you only got 2 more shots
beat
at
him.
it, brother.
I know.
2 more. Y'all had better conglomerate together and figure out a way to either take him out or beat him. One of the two. You're gonna have to pin behind him. The whole. I'm talking about the whole field. Everybody's just gonna have to line up like a big blockade across the track and just keep him back there. Otherwise, y'all aren't gonna beat him.
Yeah. I mean that. I think I had just as quick car as he did. I had the fastest lap.
You had
like
a fast car out there, but he had a
quick.
quick car over a long period.
He did. I don't know how he was making that happen. He was running the high line for the first run, and then he was going too low, and then back up to the high. So like I said, he's fast on the long run.
Well, you have the dynamic track states out here, man, and if you've got your definitions turned up, the marbles were transferring out here. You had to move around the track. He was doing the right thing because you were needed to. It was just it got so mucked up with rubber out there, it wasn't even funny. But anyway, Cody, great finish, second place, friends, family, sponsors that you'd like to give a quick shout out to.
No, just my team again, just helping do all the setups and stuff.
Well, we look forward to talking to you yet again up here in the booth on the next races, brother. Great run.
All right, man.
Number 10, Cody Dahl. All right. Swear to the Lord and everything that's holy. I don't know what we're going to have to do to get rid of this fella right here, man, but he's unkillable, unstoppable. He's the unbeatable 81 Mason Thompson in my booth yet again. Mason, how are you?
I'm doing good, man. Doing good.
You're a freak of nature, man. I'm telling you.
Look, man, I'm telling you, it's these setups we pump out here over at Bitcoin Boys. These setups are killer.
Well, I mean, that might be the case, but you're the only one on your team that was fast on that one, my man. So, I mean, I think it's got a little bit more to do with the driving than the setup. So, and yeah, you are smoking that thing, buddy. Like, it's not even fun to watch sometimes, man. It's just like, oh, look, Mason's up front again. I'm just kidding. I'm just funning with you.
No, I know. I mean, I understand. This is like old. What was it? What was the year old Hamlin and Harvick were dominating? What was that, 2019? And they won like 10 races each. It's kind of like, I guess it's kind of like that. But
yeah, but you're the only one winning.
Yeah.
Your boys have won one. One race doesn't. No, it's just you.
I don't know what it is.
Job. You're doing a great job out there, man. You've got a great line on the tracks. You're obviously coming out and putting some practice in at least one time during the week. You know what I'm saying, to get your line at least figured out before race time comes out. and it's showing. You've got a good craft underneath you. You've got a good way about getting about the track, and your setups are definitely showing up and showing out here, man. And it's been a pleasure to watch. So I look forward to the next 2 weeks with you. I'm gonna ask, and I know the answer, but have you got any friends, families, or sponsors that you'd like to give a quick shout out to?
Just shout out to Big One Boys, my teammates. It was a real struggle for them both, especially. Hey, what happened? Hey, what happened at the end there with Hatch? Don't like seeing that, but
He hit the wall hard enough for that right front to go, is what that was. I don't think anything ill will or no intent was done in there. I think he was trying to get the hell out of the way and couldn't. And when he tried, it was too late to get out of the way after that. It just sucks.
Yeah.
But he didn't have no right. His right front was broke. Like it broke.
I mean, it was. I don't know.
Ain't no toe link in this car. You know what I'm saying? But he
Yeah,
broke.
yeah.
He snapped that front right when he hit that wall. It was a pretty good impact, and he did a heck of a job holding it up there, man. And then he had just an opportunity to come down and do it, and I think he hesitated a little bit, and then he seen it, and he was like, "Oh no, let me get it," and he was like, I'm just in the way," and I know that's what went through his head because I've done situations like where it's like, I'm getting out of here. I got that. Oh,
yeah.
no, I don't. And oh no, I'm in the way. I mean,
Yeah.
and you just freeze after that. It's like shit.
You try not to panic in that situation, but it gets the best of you sometimes.
Yeah. I mean, and that's what happened, and I know it. I watched it from his view, other view. It sucks. That's all there is to it. But he didn't have no steering. He could only get so much out of that car to steer it, and without like completely yanking it, I guarantee he wasn't coming off that wall easily. So yeah, it happens. He shouted out his team, ladies and gentlemen. We got a shout out from the 81 of Mason Thompson. Big wins out there for him. 7 for the season, 9 for the team. Bitcoin boys tearing it up out there. I mean, guys, just good luck next week, Mason. I look forward to talking to you again, and we'll holler at you, brother, okay?
Yep, 10-4, man. Looking forward to it.
All right, guys. That was Mason Thompson. He's won again. We're here. That was Autoclub, the Birdhouse Xfinity Open League. It's season 2. It was week 1 of their championship chase. My name, guys, it's Kevin Hazelwood. You just watched Kev Calls TV, and we'll be back here again next Tuesday, 9 o'clock Eastern time, sharp. Y'all be there.